What's up, FrugalBC here. Welcome to the first Sunday Market Watch. I really intended this to be a live video, so I'm going to mimic that and not do any editing. But unfortunately, YouTube does not make it easy. For some reason, it would not let me select my webcam or my microphone. I don't know what's up with that. So I'm going to try to figure that out for next week and do an actual live show. And what I'm going to do in the future is if you have comments, you can leave them. You'll be able to leave them and I'll be able to answer them during the show. I might stick with the question and answer, or I might just answer them as I go. I'm not sure. So sorry again about the actual live that it didn't work. I don't know. Zoom makes this really easy. I don't know why YouTube can't. They really got to fix this stuff. It just shouldn't be that hard. It should be pretty easy. And my webcam and my laptop doesn't even work, so that's not even an option for me. But anyway, I wouldn't want to do it without the good mic, so that's kind of annoying. But let's get into it. So what we're going to do today, we're going to talk about on the very first live show, we're going to give you the crypto market watch where we go over the top 10 coins and how they've done in the week and the day. And I've got a few news items that I'm going to talk about, and I'm going to talk about the YouTube videos that I made this past week and give you a little preview of those, talk about some news in the crypto world that I've found. Of course, every week we'll have at least one thing related to Algorand, so keep that in mind. And then we'll finish it off by answering some questions I got from viewers this week. I think these can be really helpful because other people can see them. They might have the same questions. So we will answer those. So that's great. Welcome everyone to the show. Like I said, in the future, I really intend this to be a live show. It was supposed to be today, but yeah, YouTube. They really got to fix that. I mean, it just shouldn't be that hard to do. But let's enough of that. Let's get into it. Here's the cool, what's cool is that I can share the screen. So I'm going to do that right now. Oops. I'm going to share the screen as soon as it lets me. And here we are. So you're looking now at the top 10 coins on coinmarketcap.com. You can see that. You can't see anything else on my screen, but there's not much to see anyway. So what do we got here? Bitcoin is up 2% on the week. It's sitting at 61,917, so just under 6,200. And we're going to talk a little bit about the future of Bitcoin in a minute. Circulating supply, 18 million Bitcoin. Not bad, not too bad. With a $25 billion volume, not so bad. So Bitcoin, we expected this to go higher by now. It's a little bit of a bummer that it hasn't. It still should hit that $100,000 range. And we'll talk a little bit more about why that is in the future. But let's move on to Ethereum. So Ethereum has gone up 8.83% on the week, and 4.21% of that happened yesterday over the day. So it's just under $4,600, which is an all-time high for Bitcoin, or for Ethereum, by the way. And just think, a year ago, you could have got this for under 1,000. There was a time when it was a few $100s, and I bought a little bit, but I should have bought a whole lot more. And now Binance Coin is in the top 3. This is impressive because Binance Coin was not in the top 3 not that long ago. So it is up 28% on the week, up 7.52% on the day, sitting at $660. And I haven't really been following Binance Coin, but it's pretty cool to see that coin going up. This is if you're into Binance Coin, you're happy because right now it's the top 3 coin on CoinMarketCap. Solana, the run just continues. There just seems to be nothing you can do to stop Solana. It is sitting at 26.6% up on the week, 1.35% on the day. And right now it is selling at $252 a coin, which is crazy. I remember thinking it was overpriced at 120. So shows what I know, right? I should have bought it then. I'm really debating right now whether I should buy into this project because I've always felt like I missed it. And it dipped below $200 not that long ago. And I wondered, I'm like, maybe this is the time to get in. I was going to wait for the bear market, which should be coming early next year, if not late this year, probably early next year for all coins. And I don't know, I just keep feeling like I'm missing out, but I don't want to FOMO too much. I don't want to have that fear of missing out. I know the price is going to make everyone greedy right now, and that's usually when you want to back off. And then of course, Tether, Tether's in the top 5, but the price doesn't really change, of course, because that's the point of it. So let's skip down to Cardano. Now, Cardano is such an interesting case. It's up 3% on the week, just under 2% on the day, but it's like $2.01. And it's just been middling. It loses and it gains, and it's really hovering a little below or a little past that $2 mark. And it's just really surprising that with all the great news that Cardano has in the Cardano space, it just surprises me that it doesn't move more than that. So I don't know what to do with it. I'm still owning it. I think it's a great project. I really think there's a lot of good fundamentals behind it. I like Charles Hoskinson a lot. I really encourage you guys to check out his show on his Lex Friedman interview. It's really long, and I was never bored through it. I get bored through some of Lex's podcasts. I can't watch them all, or listen to them. Some are just like, the guest has to be really interesting because he just has a monotone, dry voice that I have some of the guests on there. Like, I think it's going to be interesting, and a half hour will go by and I'll realize I was doing things and not really listening. And that's usually when I say, okay. But this one is really good. This one and the one with Vitalik Buterin, the founder of Ethereum, is also really good. So I would check those out. Anyway, going on to XRP now. XRP it's up 11% on the week and 6.31% on the day. Now, XRP is interesting because it's going through this lawsuit with the SEC, and a lot of people think this is going to be subtle, but XRP has been doing really well in this lawsuit. They've been kind of making the SEC look bad. And I'll be honest, I'm not a big fan of the SEC. And the reason I'm not a big fan, not because I'm anti-regulation, but because they always seem asleep at the wheel for things that are actually hurting America, where they actually are supposed to do their job and protect people. Like the Great Recession, they were asleep at the wheel. They did nothing to stop it. And frankly, they didn't do a whole lot after it either. I mean, you just haven't seen any consequences for the people who put our country in ruin. The banks came out okay, except for the few that failed in the initial stages. They've all recovered. They recovered really quickly, and the people just got hosed. That's why, by the way, that's why people are accepting of crypto, because we're sick of the financial system being rigged for a handful of people. And it really is. I mean, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous how much bankers can get away with in terms of fraud. The ratings agencies were packaging these junk bonds and calling them, AAA rated good stuff when they were garbage, and they knew they were garbage. Yet now they want to come in when these companies are offering like 8% on stable coins. That's when they want to kick in and start actually protecting us from, getting 8% on our coins. Yeah, that's real great. Thank you. So if you want to know why I don't like the SEC, that's why. So XRP, good luck. I know there's a lot of people who are really into XRP. I don't personally own any, but I kind of would like to. Actually, if Coinbase ever lists it, I'll probably own some. So a Polkadot, good for Polkadot. It's 53.14. I don't own any Polkadot. That's one of the ones I kind of wanted to buy, but I'll probably wait for the bear market. It's up 26% on the week and almost 5% on the day. So doing really good, Polkadot, 53.14. That is really good. And Dogecoin is up 2.18% on the week, of 3% on the day. So it's one of the few ones on here that's done better the last 24 hours than it had been the entire week. Number 10 is the US dollar coin, so I won't talk about that too much, other than this is one I own a lot of. I have basically turned my cash account into a US dollar coin account, and I'm earning like 8.8% thanks to Celsius. I'll leave the link in the description. Actually, it always is in the description. And then I'm going to go one more down just because Shiba Inu is down 13% on the week and down 2.61%. Now, important thing about Shiba is that overall, it's still way up from like a month ago. So I know a lot of people are spelling doom and gloom for Shiba, and they're not necessarily wrong. Shiba, it's a meme coin, just like Doge. I think it's a fun thing to play around with. I don't participate in the hate on Shiba. I own, well, a sizable number of Shiba, which is not worth that much. I mean, I bought like 20 bucks worth 1 or 2 months ago. And so then it like pumped up and I sold off $30 worth. So I sold my initial investment and a little bit extra. And I still have, I think, around $100 right now in Shiba. It's complete moon bag. You know, it can go to the moon or it can disappear overnight and it's still up $10. If it went to zero tomorrow, I'd be up $10. So that's pretty cool. Anyway, that is the Market Watch. And now I'm going to get into some news for the week. So one thing I want to talk about, algo users can buy the new meme coin, Akita Inu. And so, yeah, yet another dog meme coins. There actually are a number of dog meme coins. And I just think this is so weird. So this is a new meme coin. I don't really fully understand it, but I know it links to Ethereum and to Avalanche. You can bridge it to Avalanche, but you can also buy it with algo. And I think that's, if you're going to buy this is why, you know, I'm always big on Algorand. You know, I'm huge on Algorand because I think it does what it's supposed to. It allows a lot of transactions. You can do so very inexpensively. Every transaction has cost me like 0.001 algo or 0.002 algo, which at the current price of around $2, give or take some, it's actually been a little under $2 lately. That's not bad. It's really not bad at all. So you can connect my algo wallet to the Akita Inu page. You can, there are airdrops you can get. And I'm going to do a bigger video on this week, I think, because I think this is interesting. I like when you can get into these projects early and just put a little bit of money in. You know, this is where I vary on some of the crypto experts around, because I'm not a fan of either it has to be a top 10 project or it's worthless and who cares, right? My thought is if you can buy in, I always look for deals that are low downside, high upside, which is why people invest in these early crypto projects anyway, because you can get a lot of coins for a teeny tiny amount of money. And if one day they go to the moon, then you have a whole lot of money. And if they go down, you lose almost nothing. Why not take that bet? It's a good bet from, if you take all the emotion out of it and just say, well, is this a good bet? Yeah, it's a good bet. You know, it's like a lottery ticket, except, you know, the lottery ticket has the crypto would have way better odds than the lottery ticket, right? Because if I put $20, so I put $20 in a Shiba and I've made at least 10 on it, and I have a moon bag. So if I cashed out now, it'd be another $100, right? So that's not bad. That's not like life-changing money, but it's something, right? I could make that $10 and the rest disappears in whatever, you know, it's gone. It's still a winning position. Like the odds that I'm going to lose all of that $20 is very low. So this is why I don't think meme coins, people don't get the meme coin thing. What you shouldn't do is put a whole ton of money into one of these meme coins and then lose most of it. That'd be bad. So don't do that. But take a little bit of profits once you've put a tiny amount and they turn into a lot. At least take your initial investment out. Then everything that's left is all profit, whatever way it goes. You know, if it goes down to next to nothing, well, all right, what the heck, you know, I didn't lose any money, I gained a teeny tiny bit, wonderful. Or it goes to the moon and you're rich, or somewhere in between, whatever. So Bitcoin to 100,000, I have that as a question mark. The experts this week told CoinMarketCap that they think Bitcoin is on track for a bullish November. And a lot of the people I'm listening to also believe that. They believe it actually should have happened earlier. And if you look at two things, the stock to flow ratio and the golden bull ratio, both of those put together should show that Bitcoin should be going up to 100,000 or even more than that. You know, we've been kind of stuck at around the all-time high area right now. So a lot of the experts they told CoinMarketCap this week that a really important benchmark is to break through 64 and then bounce down on it for support. If we see that support at 64K, then we could see the big push. So let's hope for that. Now, one thing I want to talk about is a lot of experts are saying that they don't think that the Bitcoin is going to follow the stock to flow ratio in terms of actually breaking through it. So we've seen historically is that Bitcoin has gone past the stock to flow ratio number and then below it. And if I haven't explained what that is, the stock to flow ratio is it's the ratio that shows when you have a scarce commodity. We typically apply this to gold, silver, that sort of thing. It shows how much it will go up over time. So Bitcoin has followed that very closely, but I think it's going to level off a bit. So that's something to keep in mind. But yeah, I really think there's a good chance we're going to see 100,000 Bitcoin in this year yet. If it doesn't, so my strategy, of course, is to take out 10% each time and hope for the best. If it goes up to 70,000, I'll take up 10%. If it goes up to 80, 10%. So you want like a profit taking strategy. Now, what happens if it doesn't do that and it goes down instead? Well, then I'm just gonna load up on underpriced Bitcoin until it goes back up again. So that means we're in the bear market. The bear market is when you want to start loading up on crypto. Anyway, not financial advice. And then the crypto presidential report. And I put not so good. Well, is it? Well, and this kind of goes back to what I was saying earlier, but it was a president's working group on finances, and they prepared a 22-page crypto report calling for, big shocker here, more regulation. Well, what a surprise, they're asking for more regulation, no kidding. So what they want to do, they want to bring stablecoins under federal regulations, and if Congress does not do that, the regulators say they could do that on their own. Now, how do I feel about this? Well, regulation isn't necessarily a bad thing. I think there's a lot of people who have wanted clarity on stable coins and how to treat them. And so that's not a bad thing to necessarily have regulations. But again, they've put a lot of effort into stable coins, which are earning people money. I earn like more than 8% on my US dollar coin just by leaving it in there. This they can go after, but in 2008, there was almost no oversight on the banking industry. So you tell me, who are they working for? Not you and me, okay? Like it's really baffling until you realize they're not there for you. Politicians aren't your friend, okay? Doesn't matter if they're left or right. They're not your friend, okay? Politicians aren't your friends. Keep that in mind. All right. So I want to talk about some questions from viewers, and in the future, when I actually do this live, if I can get that figured out, we'll be able to do this a lot easier. You'll be able to actually say your questions in the comments and I can read them on air. But I'm going to go through some viewer comments from this week and then we'll wrap up the first ever Sunday Market Watch. So Chico Wang, excuse me, asked, can I be a governor with Nano Ledger S? And I told him, yeah, you can. So there's actual instructions online you can find. Just put any wallet that you have, just Google it. There are instructions online that will show you how to do this. All that the governance needs is the address. It needs that address, and then it checks that address because this is public. It doesn't know who you are, but your wallet address and the amount in it is public. So they can check on that, and that all they're doing is periodically checking to make sure you have the amount of committed algos that you say you're going to. And so it works from any wallet as long as it can access the funds. And I know Ledger has their specific instructions for that, so you can go find that, which is what I told them. And then one more comment. It wasn't really a question, but I had done a video on Splinterlands after doing it for 30 days and really playing it. I actually had started it a long time ago, and I kind of let my account languish, didn't really do anything with it. And then I kind of got back into it, and I decided, you know what, I'm going to do this for 30 days and see how it goes. And I complained about being stuck on a quest that I didn't really want to do because I don't play the Life Splinter. And a viewer pointed out, actually Alan Walker pointed out, that you can actually skip the quest, and it should have been pretty obvious. There's a little button that says skip. So I missed that, and thank you for pointing that out, Alan. That actually helps me out. I hope that helped viewers out too, because now I skip that quest, and now I've done a bunch more quests and got the rewards for it. So that's about it. Oh, geez, I didn't even talk about the videos I did this week. I did an Algorand governance vote breakdown, which I just voted today. And I could tell you who I voted for. I don't want to influence it, but we'll just say I voted. Go vote. You got till the 14th, and then voting closes, so you don't want to miss that. It's really easy to vote, super duper simple. And so go do that. And then I did one on my Rarible NFT experience. So I minted an NFT on Rarible, and I did a video kind of talking about how that went, whether it worked, what I thought about the process, what I think about the platform, and etc. All right, that's it for this week's Market Watch. Sorry that it wasn't live. Again, YouTube, you've really got to get your game together. The live should be, you need to make live really, really easy for people. So that's all I'm going to say, but thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you next time. And remember, hold that crypto until it's time to take some profits. Take care. See you in the future.